What's up, everybody? If you watched my last video on the new bike I picked up a while back, the TW200, so I was going to make a video to try to see if this thing matches up to what Yamaha says. They call it the Do-It-All or Do-All Dual Sport. To look up that wording to be sure. That's what they say. Like I said, any bike can be a do-it-all bike. It's just up to your limitations and what you think, you know, something's capable of. So I'm going to do a few tests to show you guys the capabilities of this thing. I'm going to take a little trip, like riding around town, show you how it accelerates to highway speed, because it can do highway speed. You know, some people say it can't, but it can. It's screaming, but it can do it. Cruising around town like a little, you know, just quick little commute thing, show you on-road manners, which I'm sure most people already expected it to do okay for that. You do shift a lot, there is that. And I'll take it off-road. We have a little spot over here that has a little bit of everything, and it can really push stuff to its limits, push your riding skills to its limits. I won't go crazy, but just a little bit, stuff like that. Just to show that, you know, you really can do it all with this bike. It's a cheap bike. You know, there's other bikes probably that are better for the money, honestly, but you don't buy this thing for that. You buy it for the character. I mean, look how sweet this thing is. It's such a cool little bike. And I've had a lot of motorcycles in my life, and, you know, I didn't expect too much from this thing. I knew what I was going to get for the most part. But I do love it. It fills a certain, you know, spot in my riding and what I wanted. So it's been great for that. And let's get into it.
Alright guys, so I'm heading to one of the better spots we have in our area. It has a little bit of everything. Some sand, some hard packed dirt, some mud, a little bit of single track. It's a pretty good spot. Hopefully it shows the old capabilities of the T-Dub here. Little hill climb there. Now the sand out here is like beach sand. Super deep, super soft. It's some interesting stuff to ride through. We had a lot of rain over the last week, so could be a decent amount of mud, but we shall see. This is usually pretty boggy right here. Oh yeah. Holy shit. This is going to be interesting, guys. Try to stay off to the side because that looks quite deep, like something I don't want to get stuck in. Okay, alright. Oh yeah. She is nasty out here right now. Whew. Well, I guess that shows you the T-Dub can handle some nasty mud. Deep water there, deep mud, all right. No problem, no problem. All right, now we're on, this is kind of like a little bit of two-track here. It's kind of sandy. Apparently. Also wet. I haven't been back here in a while. It's like they've been doing some work back here. Definitely tore it up. This is like some wet sand. Not too bad. Back here is where, I don't know how deep this is. Pretty deep. Alright. Back here, we got like, this is like going to the beach. It really is. It's super soft. I really struggle in this kind of sand. Lack of experience, I guess you could say. But this bike does alright. Super deep, flowy stuff. Alright, now back through here is some single track. Last time I was back here, it was not great. There's some downed trees. There's a little stream here, as you can see. Sometimes can be treacherous, but let's give it a shot. Kinda really got to hit it through here. Not bad, not bad, not bad. A lot of people come ride quads back here. Some nice rooty stuff. I haven't explored all of it. Nice little tree jump here. Forget where. Oh yeah, this just loops around. Tree. Fun little jump there. Right back to the sandy stuff. Now there was a big tree down. Let's see if someone got it out of the way. I think they did, because it was right there. Nice and muddy. I always kind of go slow on my first way through, just because you never know what's going to be in the path. I haven't went back this way yet. Let's try this out. Don't know where this goes. Ooh. Oh, that's deep. Oh, that's deep. I'm dabbing a little bit there, dabbing. Whew. Alright, that was deep. My feet are going to be wet after that one. I've never been back here. This looks pretty cool. Don't even know what I'm in for, so take it kind of easy. Oh, look at this little swamp. This is cool. Don't know what's back there. I'm gonna go this way this time. I don't really want to get stuck in a swamp. Let's go down here, see what this is all about. Oh, mud hole. Big mud hole. Oh, holy shitballs. Do not want to get stuck in that. Not by myself. Big hill. Come on, baby, go, 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 go. Hell yeah. This T-Dub, man, you could just tractor it up stuff. It's pretty damn cool how it'll just go through it. Okay. Once again, don't know where I'm at, but let's see. Someone's definitely come back through here. Pretty sure I came here before and this was all washed out. Alright, let's go down here. See what this is about. Got a little jump here. Ooh, cannot go down there. Big tree. Alright. Fudge. Turn this sucker around. Oh, this was that deep part. I probably shouldn't have came through here again. Son of a bitch. Okay. This is some deep, nasty mud. Definitely did not have enough momentum for that time. Ooh, that was a mistake. It's alright though. We didn't get stuck. Fun whoopies there. Oh yeah. Oh, that's fun. That is fun. Ooh, that was deep. Extremely deep. Oh. This is not the way I came. Never been in here before. I wonder if I can get through this. That looks treacherous. Go for it anyway. Go with T-Dub. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. I went right there. See, this shit's deep. I'm not messing around in all this beach sand, but you get the idea. It can go through it. Maybe someone with more skill than myself, but if you just lean back on the seat, get some traction, it'll go through it. Oh, holy shit, that was deep. Wow. That was extremely deep. Yeah, this is definitely the worst conditions I've ridden in here. But, as you can see, this little thing just goes right through it. No problems. There's a fun little sand bowl here. Let's hit this up. Oh yeah, that's so much fun. Super fun. Alright, which side I went through here? Alright. Fortunately, we gotta go back through all this mucky shit to get to the other side of that little single track back there. Oh man, less confidence this time, don't know why. Oh, that's deep. Oh man, woo wee. Okay, it's over here, I believe. It looks different here since last time I was here. Oh yeah, this is, I don't know what dual sport riding means to you, of course. It could just be riding on the road to and from trails. For me, I think it's something I can use to run errands and ride to work, you know, take it to trails on the weekends, whatever it may be. To me, that's what it is. So for my daily stuff, I have this Harbor Freight hard case I mounted to my cargo rack on here, and I keep it mounted for when I go to work. I put my lunchbox, coffee, all that kind of stuff in here, and I can also run errands to and from, which I need to do now. I'm going to go to our local Harbor Freight, pick up a couple small things, and go to my local Yamaha dealer and pick up a quart of oil. So this bike, of course, is geared very short and very low from the factory. Still has factory gearing, but I find that it's completely fine for around town cruising, at least where I live. It does just fine keeping up with traffic, accelerating, mostly good enough. I've done a couple very short highway stints and it does just fine. I'll even do that to show you here. But most of the roads I will be on today are, you know, your average city roads, 25 to 45 miles per hour, although most of the 45 mile per hour roads, people drive pretty much 55 to 60. That's the usual flow of traffic. And this thing does just fine. So you'll see a little bit of road construction here. Nice. And another thing this bike is good for, when you hit a construction zone, you really don't need to worry. It does just fine. You'll see you get into fifth pretty quick. I'm at roughly 40 miles per hour right now in fifth gear. I'd say anything above 40, you're living in fifth gear, and it's just fine. It'll accelerate all the way up to roughly 65 just fine. Takes you a little bit to get there, but you know, if you're gonna street cruise this thing, it's something you'll get used to. You're up in fifth gear really quickly. I'll try to count them out for you as I accelerate off this intersection here. It's a dangerous intersection in my town, and you need some pretty decent acceleration to get out of here, because there's times where you just have to go for it. I really should have went there, but oh, yep, see, right there, almost an accident. What do you know? Alright, first, second, third, fourth gear at 30, fifth gear at 40, and that was not full throttle. That was half to maybe 5/8, I guess you could say. But as you can see, I mean, no problem. You get up to speed just fine. Not that you don't really need to go much faster than that, in my opinion, on city streets. See here, speed limit's 30, I'm doing roughly 40, and I'm not even tailing these people. So I'm sure it's that way anywhere, at least in my experience. Nobody follows the speed limit anymore, so keeping with the flow of traffic is important, and this thing pretty much does that. I even rode this bike to Austin. Well, not, I didn't ride it to Austin. I took it to Austin shortly after I bought it. I was out there for vacation, and I rode this thing around Austin, which is pretty notorious wild traffic city, and I felt totally fine out there. I didn't hit any situations where I felt I needed more power to get out of bad situations or anything like that. It did just fine. And speedo showing 48, it's probably more like 45. Like most analog speedometers, it's a little ambitious. I'm not going to film this whole ride. I was just trying to get to a higher speed road to show you guys what it can do getting up to roughly highway speed. And it's funny, I'm still not used to this thing after 1,400 miles. Sometimes I haven't even realized I've kicked up through all the gears so quickly, and I'll already be in fifth sometimes, and I will be wanting more. I'm sure it's something you can get used to, but I think another reason for me is I've had some 6-speed bikes in the past, and I'm just used to clicking up to that 6th gear, so that could be another reason. But this is not a major highway, but it does have a speed limit of 55, and I won't be there long, so I'm going to be turning off fairly quickly up here. But a lot of traffic, people fly down this road at much faster than 55, so I'm going to get to 55 as quick as I can. 55, 60, here we go. Still not full throttle, but close. We're about full throttle here. 55, 60. Showing 65. It can creep up to what it shows at 70. I don't think that's probably accurate, but as you can see, no problem. Gets up to a normal highway speed pretty easily. No problem keeping up with cars. Right now we're cruising at roughly 55. You feel some vibrations in the foot pegs more than anything. A little bit in the grips, but not too bad. Nothing that bothers me, but I guess if you were doing this speed for, you know, maybe an hour, it would probably drive you nuts or become very uncomfortable. But for short stuff like this, zero problems. When it slows back down here, going through a little town, but yeah, I think that sufficiently showed, you know, this thing can hold its own for most people's situations. Try not to get killed here. Don't hit me, don't hit me. Almost got hit there, what do you know? Like they didn't even see me. Alright, I'm gonna click this thing off, and once we got the goods, I'll pick back up. Well, I completely spaced out that my local Yamaha dealer is closed on Mondays, so that cancels that part of the trip. But I still feel that I was able to give you guys a decent representation of the capabilities of the T-Dub for daily stuff, errand running, things like that. Depending on what you have for luggage or backpack or whatever, you could go to the grocery store on this thing, you know, and it does just fine. So as far as I'm concerned, that checks another box on the list of things that the T-Dub can do. And you know, I guess it's up to you whether Yamaha is correct that it's the do-it-all dual sport or not.